your Prime morning. It's time for us to delve into our entertainment conversation. Over the weekend, the biggest conversation went down, and it went down very well. Talking about Showbiz Roundtable. My name is Rosalie Felly. I'm here with a man, K to the M to the J, who's always flying.
Yeah, and we're here with two of
Actually, team.
You're still representing it.
We're here.
Actually, we're here.
So that's a new name,
Yeah, but that's what you guys have given us. So
We
accepted that.
We're here,
actually, people.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, you guys had a great weekend.
Yeah, we did.
Even though there's more to do with solutions than we've seen,
get it, yeah.
basically, because prior to getting into the conversation over the weekend, we all know what it's likely that we're going to expect from corporate Ghana. Oh, we have done this, we've done that, we've done that. But were you guys surprised listening to them and some of the things they were saying about sponsorship, Noella?
Some of them surprised, some of them not too surprised, because I think as an industry, and listen, I have engaged quite a number of entertainers, filmmakers, musicians, producers, and of course event organizers as well. And it looks like for the longest time, majority of us have approached sponsorship from a charity point of view. Like some free money that a company has every year or allocates every year to the public. And so you just come and convince me small and take free money. But at the conference, I got to find out that apparently it's not a charitable organization. It's a company that have objectives. You know, they have goals to win. And so if you are an event organizer trying to get some money from them, you need to do your research and make sure that whatever you're bringing to them would give them value or would take them several inches towards achieving their objectives or their goals as a company. And I learned a lot. For instance, by virtue of the fact that I sponsor you or your event, if something should happen or a conversation should come up and I share my opinion publicly, if you have opposing views, you cannot challenge me publicly.
That I've experienced before.
Because by virtue of the fact that I have sponsored you, you are a part of me. You know, that was one of the most controversial or interesting thing I should say that I learned from the
and it's very dicey. If you're not careful, you may think it's a face value kind of conversation, but it's deeper than you think. Because
go on.
No, a similar thing happened on HFM when I was on the morning show. I think it had to do, I don't want to mention the company's name, but it was something that came up. And the company had written a letter, press release, and we felt that we needed to dig into it. After we finished, we were actually called for a meeting, a very serious meeting that we never had to talk about it.
You know how some of our event organizers like George Quay are pundits. Imagine, you know.
And know how these people will comment on the issue.
So
it was a major issue at the time. It was a major issue at the time with the brand in question. And we needed to actually apologize.
And also the thing Atabedu mentioned, the procurement experts mentioned about people exaggerating cost and numbers.
It's
sponsors know the market. So if you come to me and you tell me one mic or one boom mic costs $70,000, I know it is $10,000 on the market. So it hurts you. So if I need to, your proposal may be good, everything may be, in the green, but if you exaggerate your numbers, that could cost you. And little details of like how a company's name is spelled or pronounced. If you have to add a hyphenated E somewhere and you don't add
Société Générale. You know they have.
You know, one thing that I also saw that I was quite surprised was the fact that you don't have to duplicate the same sponsorship letter to different companies.
And people do that.
You get to the address and then the content has.
The thing is that so I am coming to you, Noella, and it's one event. So I'm thinking that Noella, I need sponsorship from you. I need sponsorship from Kwame. So it's the same thing. I just changed Noella's name to Noella, and then here is Kwame, but it's the same content. But here we are being told that it ought to be different. So how different is it supposed to be?
Because perhaps you didn't even consider the fact that these are separate entities and may have different target audiences. And so you just thought, okay, once I've written the proposal, I can just send to everybody. But it doesn't work like that. So you need to do research to find out what are these people doing what do they stand for, their target audience, even before you put together the proposal. So that was one thing. And then we also got to find out that, there are some people who are more or less like middlemen between the creative brands and the companies. And so KMJ, you go to the person, tells you, okay, I can help you get the deal, but you need to pay a certain amount of money to me before you get the deal. A cut. Kickback.
Questioners endorsed that.
Yeah,
he said that it's
so Questioners said there were some women. He mentioned women. Some women in the.
Is it not the same?
Yeah, the same thing.
but during the session, did they say it's a problem or is actually gatekeepers?
So according to Kwame Dadzie, the procurement expert, he said that it wasn't right. It's against the principles of business to do that. Yes.
If that person can get it for me.
So if he, for example, if you were going to him and then somebody in his company approached you to lead you do that, and he found out, he would sack the person.
Right.
Yes.
But what if the person is not in his company, but the person knows him and we don't know him, we don't have access to him, and the person leads the conversation, secures the thing for us,
I think
go ahead.
In that instance, the person, the creative brand or whoever is seeking the sponsorship is doing himself.
To add on to what you're saying, I think, unless of course the speakers weren't being 100% realistic with us at the
Sadiq is agreeing with them.
Yeah, because from what Mr. Atabedu mentioned, he made us understand that oftentimes or not, when you get an approval or you get a sponsorship deal, signed. It is based on your merits, purely based on your merits and what you have in your documents.
Because and not somebody leading.
Exactly, because it goes through a process. It goes through, so many people have to read the proposal and say, okay, it's a good one. People go for a meeting and discuss it.
But Sadiq mentioned something.
Influence.
Sadiq actually mentioned that.
That's a lie.
According to Sadiq, Free Music, for example, they pass all the tests. They have data, they have everything to show that they deserve to have sponsorship, but they don't get it. So he believes that sometimes it goes beyond just the fact that he's been able to put together a very solid
relationship. You can't just say that you no, that is true. But you can bring a sponsorship letter that makes a lot of sense.
But you realize that people from the corporate side were defending the fact that you need to get it on merit. But Sadiq and Latif,
they know
that people that have let people to go and collect sponsorship that others when they didn't get.
In this world, everything that you do depends on who you know. In the sense that people say it's not so. There are people there are people that will say that on merit, but there are so many people that, Kwame, if I have a child and my child needs a job and I know Kwame, I will not sit down and let my child struggle. Probably I've helped Kwame some time back.
He owes you that.
In the past, he owes me that. So if I come to Kwame and I have a business proposal or I have, I need sponsorship and I come to you and probably 10 years ago, Kwame, you needed money to buy water and I gave you that money to buy water. You cannot tell me you are looking at merit at that point.
But according to the corporate people,
push.
if only a child,
like Noella said,
only a child qualified.
So what you might know for me at that point, because it's going to a board, is you tell me, do it like this, like that, like that. So when it goes to the board, it's able
if
to...
If your child ticks the boxes, then you probably
you can be approved.
If it has to be me, you will still go through the merits.
You see, so I think relationship counts sometimes.
It does.
But according to Regina Ofori and Kwame Dadzie, even if they want to consider that, you'd have to pass all the conditions.
That one, yes.
Exactly. You need to.
I'm not sure they will grant that just
if
because
two people are going for this same
friends with them,
sponsorship, and there's somebody in there who knows Noella, and Kwame has brought his. Noella has done the same. Yeah. And the person sees Noella, what did you come here to do? Oh, Charlie, they look for some sponsorship. Oh, somebody said come here already. Oh, but Charlie, no.
That's when the flex.
From that moment,
is it possible to have
make sure that
Noella gets proposal rejected?
That's when the flicking of
and not so good proposal accepted.
And Noella goes like, okay, come on now. She's getting it.
The thing is, both might be solid because currently we don't have people presenting proposals that are not solid. People do their background work.
Yeah.
So they will present to you the solid proposal, but There is Noella that I know,
so
and
what
there's you
sets
that
you
I don't
apart from
know.
the other person's relationship?
And it's not flicking on the hair.
And it's very important.
And then comes to Kwame Dadzie. Coming to stand there straight like that.
Look at just yours, and I mean, I'm looking at the two. They are equal.
Yeah.
Why should I choose you over somebody I know?
Because they're me, baby.
And this is what Mr. said emphatically that, you know what, this thing,
But
it is there.
There is one thing that Uncle Bo quite also mentioned. The fact
The 10 do's and don'ts.
Yes.
Yeah,
We usually focus on just the money.
I was going to say the same thing. I saw it and I said, wow. So another thing is, yes, we usually focus on the money.
Yeah.
But I go to, a company and I'm looking for sponsorship. And the company tells me that I'm going to give you 100 bags of rice. I might not need that 100 bags of rice. Who am I selling it to? So at that time, I might not need it. But I can have a conversation
you share with the cast and crew.
I can have a conversation with you and say, you know what? If you don't have money to give to me, buy tickets or probably sponsor me with sound if you're a sound company, or sponsor me with light. But if I come to you as a product producer, like you are giving me. Let me use a product name, Milo. And you tell me I'm going to give you 100 cans of Milo. What am I
You do tea with it and share for the people.
It reminds me of that popular TikTok video. From
By force.
So talking about the 10 do's and don'ts, I think he mentioned some really interesting ones. I'm going to share with you a few. Sure. Says don't always ask for money in terms of sponsorship. Sponsorship comes in many forms. Right. Okay, deliver on your bit of the contract. In fact, he said over deliver. Yeah. So in the contract, if you promise to give, let's say, 100%, try and achieve 200%. Learn to massage the ego of your sponsor. You need to massage their ego.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
So at this point in time, if my sponsor is telling me, Noella, tomorrow the whole day sleep.
That's a lot of work.
In fact, I'll sleep for the next 3 days.
Well, that's true.
They'll give you a headbutt and you still say,
Exactly.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Don't promote a competitor's brand at an event your sponsor has sponsored.
Yeah.
So, for instance, if a water company is sponsoring you, let's say Voltec is sponsoring you, you cannot be serving Belacqua when Voltec has sponsored you.
That's key. I mean,
develop a relationship with your potential sponsors. Never challenge the opinions, what I talked about, of your sponsor in public. Because by virtue of the fact that he has sponsored you, you're part of him. Find out the objectives of the brand that sponsors you and develop a project for them that helps them achieve their objectives. So sometimes you can even dedicate your project or your event to helping them in particular achieve their goals. It's not really about you, it's all about them. Don't write companies that turn you down off. So because I come to you, KMJ, you cut me off or you turn me down, I should be able to still develop a relationship with you. Right. Deliver more than you promise. So these are a few ones.
And it appears Uncle Bo White's 10 do's and don'ts summarizes everything we did.
Yeah, everything we did over there. Yeah,
roundtable discussion. And one thing that I think Sadiq also mentioned is the fact that you need to grow your brand to a level where companies will chase after you. Yeah. So it's not always about from the scratch you going there, but you need to grow the brand.
Well, there are a lot of brands that are experienced that.
And at a point in time, they will be coming after you to sponsor you. And there was an example that Kwame Dadzie cited with Uncle Bo White's plays where they had to go on board because they realized that he was doing something right. So it's not always the case that from the beginning you get people to sponsor you. You need to prove to the people that yes, this brand is solid. If you come on board, you gain this or that. And it is not charity, as Noella said earlier.
And it's not help.
It's not support as well, because they need to also get returns from what they're doing.
So for those who couldn't attend, what do you have to tell them?
Oh, you missed out, especially for people like me. I have dreams of starting something on my own where, of course, I have to draw proposals and send to, maybe I'd come to you, Rosalind.
Yeah.
So I mean, for me, hello. So for me, it was very important. In fact, I found it as a masterclass. For me, it was like a masterclass.
No, it was.
It was actually.
And I learned a
free masterclass.
Very free masterclass. But there's one thing that we missed out on.
Okay.
The points Mr. Tabedu made and said that mostly when we approach sponsors, we're so fixated on money.
Yeah.
So when you come to me with your proposal, you first need to have me believe in the dream you want to build. I need to buy the dream. I need to agree to be your partner first, in every sense of the word partnership, before we even talk about money. But every now and then when we approach a sponsor, it's like, because this guy.
Because eventually the money will collect.
But you remember he also didn't like the word partnership.
Yeah.
And he said it was the creative people using partnership. He didn't see sponsorship as partnership.
Oh.
It's strictly business, because by saying partnership, it meant that maybe
you are in this together.
Yes, but they see things differently.
Yeah.
But you asked earlier on if those who didn't come missed anything. You missed out, yes, but you can just go on Joy Prime, the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We have some videos there for you to go watch, or go on myjoyonline.com. The stories are there for you to go read.
So you have to go watch it, because we've learned a lot, and when you watch it, you learn it. Probably you are an entrepreneur who needs sponsorship. This is for you. There's a message also on social media.
Makalo Ibrahim says from Gambia. Okay, we're also from Ghana. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much for watching from Gambia.
Let's do this.
But one more thing, Labadi Beach Hotel sponsored us.
Oh, yeah.
And
Lunch Avenue.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, we
next time is
very important.
You should have said that from the beginning. You see, you people.
That is the in-kind sponsorship. You get in-kind sponsorship. Even if you don't get money, you get in a different way.
Thank you so much for watching the show today. We are super grateful. You wanted to say something?
No, happy birthday to Robert Delatman Wanyega, my godfather. Happy birthday to you. And thanks to Affordable Watches for giving me a watch.
Okay, on that note,
Give you Affordable Watch.
They
you
gave
have
me
a
about 5
fantastic
of
day.
them.
My name is Rosie Felly. His name is KMJ. We have Noella Kariali and Kwame Dadzie here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Etia Dua was also part of us.
Golden girl.
The one and only golden girl.
And on the golden shoes.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.